All right. So here we are, guys. I'm really excited about this. This is my first recording ever. Um, and this game here is 20XX. I'm extremely excited about this game because it just came out of early access into an official release yesterday. And this is official version 1.0. This game spent a very long time in early access. And I've had the game for a while in early access, but I never spent too much time playing it. Just a little bit here and there to test out features as they added them. And I always really liked the game, but I'm really excited to see what they've done with the official version 1.0. I haven't even checked in on the game in probably about 6 months or so a lot has changed, a lot has been added, things polished up. The game is feature complete at this point from start to finish. What is 20XX? 20XX is a modern roguelike procedural generated version of basically a Mega Man X game from back in the day, Super Nintendo, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1. So if you're a big fan of the old Mega Man, especially the X series, this is right up your alley. The main character basically looks like a female version of Mega Man. The secondary character looks like a slightly different version of Zero. So if you're a big fan of the Mega Man X series, you'll probably really like this game. Good friend of mine messaged me on Steam yesterday when the game launched and asked me my opinion of the game. So I thought this would be a great opportunity and excuse to break out the software and try recording the first video on my new hardware. So we'll see how this goes. This kind of, I wouldn't really call this a review. I don't know if I would even call this a let's play. I don't know if I will continue this series beyond. This game is a roguelike, so I'll probably die horribly here within, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes, depending how lucky I am. And that'll probably be the end of the video. So I guess I would call this more of a first impressions look at 20XX. Full release version 1.0. Just came out of early access yesterday. I am playing with my trusty wired Xbox 360 controller. I certainly, as you can see on the screen here, would not recommend playing with anything else, really. If you have a PS4 controller or PS3 controller and you convert that into your computer, that would work great too. But obviously, do not use the keyboard and mouse. That is not going to work out well for you. This is literally the first time I have fired up the game in full version release, so that's why I'm kind of holding it at this screen here, because I didn't want to reveal anything while I was ranting on about what we're doing here. So without further ado, let's see what this game looks like in full version 1.0. So you can see the intro is really cool here. I like this a lot. This is very Mega Man reminiscent, borderline spoofing it. You can see there the main character Nina, and then Axel, your X and Zero counterparts. Alright, so as far as I know, they wiped everything. I had some save data in here from the early access period, which went on for like 2 years. This game was originally, it was Steam greenlit, it was kickstarted. It used to be called Echoes of Eridu, back when it was first conceived in like 2013-14, somewhere around there. Made it through the Kickstarter, made it through the greenlight, entered early access probably about 2 years ago, don't quote me on that, somewhere around there. And eventually became 20XX when it went into the early access. And they have just been updating this thing like clockwork every 2 weeks for the last 2 years. So really, this is a shining example of early access Kickstarter done right. This team, I can't give them enough credit. They really kicked ass with this game. They really put their hard work and their effort into it. I'm really excited to show it to you guys. So I don't think we really need to change anything in the settings here. That all looks good. So we're running 1920 by 1080. We'll try to get the full 60 frames per second. Hopefully my hardware can handle that while recording. Stats. Okay, so it does still have my stats. I thought that they would wipe these. I think they wipe just your progress, maybe not the stats yet. So you get to play as both characters, and there's quite a few options. So let's just hop into it so you guys can see. Okay, wow, I'm already in a level. I thought we would end up in the hub world. They used to have a hub world area. As you can immediately see, very, very reminiscent of Mega Man X. Obviously, the music, the character style, wall jumping, sliding down, Buster charge up. But the hook in this game is that it's a roguelike. Everything's procedurally generated, and you have permadeath. So I guess this is probably going to be some kind of tutorial section. Let's see, right button, dash. Why is that not... Oh, okay, right trigger. That says right button, right bumper up there. That is wrong. It is right trigger. So that's interesting. Alright, dash jump, dash jump, dash jump. Ooh, almost hit the fire. Apparently they added this tutorial level. I've never seen this before. The visuals in this are really awesome. I have to say, I'm already impressed. You know, obviously, like I said, I saw it in early access. It looked great back then, but they have just continually worked on the lighting effects, the graphics, all the little details. It's really cool. So here you can see that was an example of the procedural generation. As you go through levels, you're going to get items and stuff that you may not necessarily see every time you go through the game. You know, every playthrough is going to be a little bit different. The levels are procedurally generated, so you're not going to see the exact same layout every time. Your enemy placement's going to be a little bit different. The order you go through the stages and fight the bosses is kind of randomized and also kind of up to your discretion. It's kind of a mix of the two. You know, you'll get a much better feel for it as we go through the video here. I'll try to make some progress. So see, you get power-ups. You get, like, passive power-ups, so that'll add 1 attack strength to our damage. But then you also get actual abilities and weapons, different beam types and everything, and, you know, one playthrough can be completely different than the next. You know how roguelikes go. Alright, looks like we get a little tutorial boss here. Nice. Friendly training bot. Alright, Al. You'll probably kick my ass. Not too bad. Whoa, what is all that? How do you get away from that? Oh, I'm terrible. I'm gonna die to the training bot. I don't think we can die, thankfully. Otherwise, I probably would have already. Wow, that is pretty. Man, those colors are great. Really, really loving the graphics. Well, and you can see here's the intro, 20XX. Tutorial complete, prepared to die. Yeah, this game is tough. I don't know if I would say... In some ways, it's probably older than harder than the older Mega Man games. In other ways, maybe not quite so much. You know, being a roguelike, there's obviously, you can really push the difficulty to extreme levels, and it gets really hard at that point. So let's see, what is this? Ace's Door. Look at him. He's got, what is that, 5, 10, 15, 17 kills for bosses. Nina's is obviously a bit more... clean looking there. There's a tutorial level. What's Glory? Oh, these are your leaderboards. So this is like a hub area. This is what I'm more used to seeing. It looks a lot different now in the 1.0 version release here, but normally this is where you would come into the game when you start out. And in this hub world area, you may have seen in similar games, roguelikes specifically, where there is a meta base that you kind of progressively work through as you play the game. So you're going to go out there and you're going to die a couple levels in, and you're going to lose all your progress and come back here. But while you're playing, you can collect these things called nuts, and the more nuts that you get, they stay with you when you come back to the hub world after each game over. And you can spend the nuts to purchase upgrades that will then be available in the levels in the game the next time you run through. So you don't necessarily get these upgrades right away, but you unlock the ability for them to show up later. Very similar to Crypt of the Necrodancer, if you guys have played that. It works almost exactly the same way. Now, there are also permanent upgrades here. I thought these would generally cost more, but I don't know, maybe they're different. What's the 5 nuts? Okay, so that's max health 2 for 5 nuts. And that just puts the item into the level. We got charging magnet, and as you buy these, they'll cycle. You know, so when you buy this one, next time you come back here, there'll be a new one in its place. I'm not sure if they all cycle. We'll find out. I think you have to buy one to get the slot open for it to cycle. Let's see, we got 2 soul chips. Soul chips are another item that you get. I'm not 100% sure what they do. It's been a while since I played, but they are some type of currency that you also keep and you bring back here. I believe the soul chips is what you're seeing down there in the bottom left, where it says 00 right now. What is this? Buy permanent upgrades for normal and reverent modes here. This switch toggles them on or off. Cool. So you can turn your upgrades, your permanent ones at least, on and off. That's pretty cool. And I think here, looks like take these with you on your next job. Normal, Reverent, Defiant only. So maybe maybe some of these ones that we unlock over here do allow us to pick them up and choose a few to take with us. We're going to have to find out. I'm speculating too much. We should just dive into it and we'll learn by trial and error. Alright, so this is, I think, a normal run. Start a normal 20XX run. This is how you can switch to the other character, Ace. Ace is obviously very similar to Zero from the Mega Man X games. He has a long-reaching saber designed for close-range melee combat, and all of his skills and upgrade abilities kind of revolve around that. Nina is obviously your ranged character, very similar to X, has the charge up. This game has full-blown multiplayer. You can play local co-op, 2-player, you can play online co-op, which is really cool. The netcode was a little buggy, a little shoddy back when I played it, but that was a long time ago. I haven't tried the multiplayer in a while. And from what I've been reading, the netcode has been massively improved and works very well. So maybe we'll get to try that feature out later. I think it would be cool to show that off. But let's see what we got up here. These are the challenges, and this is kind of how you increase the difficulty of the game. There's a bunch of different ways you can play it. Speed Racer, set the game's random seed, or Seed Racer, excuse me, set the game's random seed. I was reading something that when you generate a world, there's a way to save the seed or generate a run. You can save the seed, so I think that you can actually replay the same layout generation that you had previous played. I'll have to get into that more later. Rush Job, a speedy playthrough involving bosses only, so I think that's like boss rush mode. Weekly hardcore challenge. This is one of the really cool things I thought about this game. They rotate daily and weekly challenges. So you've got a regular daily challenge that rotates. I think that just means you go in and you play the normal game, and it's the daily challenge, and it'll get seeded and recorded to the leaderboards. Then there's the daily hardcore. The daily hardcore enables some of the modifiers, mutators, skulls, whatever you want to call them. This one today is Famine, Bankrupt, and Undying. Tomorrow it'll be 3 different mutators. The mutators always make the game harder. It's like enemies, have extra health, Famine, less items, Bankrupt, you don't get nearly as many nuts or soul chips or whatever have you for upgrades. Weekly challenge, same thing. I think that's just a leaderboard for the weeklies. And then weekly hardcore, same deal as the daily, except it's a weekly leaderboard, rotates weekly. The nuts that I mentioned that you bring back here, you can also spend these nuts in the actual game. You'll come across vending machines and things like that you can, I believe, insert the nuts into to get little pieces of health back and upgrades and things like that. So let's just hop right into it, and I'm sure you guys will figure this out immediately. Let's see, we got modes, we got normal run, we've got Defiant, struggle through a brutal run through 20XX with optional skull modifiers, so they do call them skulls. Perfect for those who crave a challenge. So basically, I don't know if you get to choose your own or not. Reverent, enjoy an easier run through 20XX with 3 lives, perfect for beginners. So the Reverent mode here is going to make the game very similar to your actual old Mega Man X games, where you had a life bar, you take damage, life bar runs out, you die, you have a couple more lives to try again. The normal mode, you only get the 1 life bar, and you can fill it back up, you can get refills and stuff, but that's it. When it's done, it's done. Permadeath, you come back here and you start over and try again. So we're going to go with that. That is the way the game is meant to be played, and what I'm used to from early access. Alright, so here we go. So this is what I was saying, it's kind of randomized. I do believe the first level you come into is different. I don't think you get to choose the first run here. If you look down in the bottom left here, you'll see a present icon with a timer ticking down on it. So what that is, at least as far as I remember from early access, is that you have a timer, kind of like a par or a goal for each level, and if you can get to the end of the level before that timer expires, you will get an extra power-up or bonus chest at the end of the level, with goodies, power-ups, and things that will help you through your journey. Oh man, I'm really bad at this. You'll have to forgive me how terrible I am. So I wanted to come into this blind, too. I think some of the fun here is seeing this stuff for the first time. So there we go, we got a large nut, you can see in the bottom left. Oh, that's not good. We got 5 nuts now, which that'll come in handy. So on the top left, you can see we've got health is the green bars, and then we have energy for our abilities, which we haven't gotten yet. Ooh, glory zones. These are really cool. So you'll find hidden portals in levels called the glory zones, and when you go in here, basically they throw a random arena challenge at you. And if you can defeat everything in here, oh boy, they're tough, so you'll take damage if you're not good. But if you can defeat everything in here within the time limit that you see in the upper right-hand corner, we will get a very cool upgrade for the rest of this run. And I hope I can pull this off, but we're running out of time. Oh, we did it. Beautiful. So you can see up there we were successful with 4.5 seconds left, and we get Oxjack's Guile. This is a core body dashing, grants a shield. Very cool. So you can see our player model is now updated with the new armor chest. If we pause the game here, you get your classic kind of Mega Man screen that shows all your power-ups and abilities. So as you gain, you have 4 stats. You've got the muscle arm for your strength, your energy, your speed, and your jumping ability. And you can actually increase those base stats to make those core abilities better. Then you'll actually get usable power-ups across the middle here with the X, Y, L, B, L trigger buttons. And then you'll even get augments that allow you to have additional abilities and skills. And you can see on the little portrait of our character to the left here, she's got the red chest piece now, so we've upgraded that. And you can notice in the bottom left that the level bonus timer did not stop when we're in the glory zone. So this game really emphasizes to always move as quickly as you can. And I think I noticed there that now, when we dash, it looks like, yeah, we get a shield. So that must be the upgrade from the chest piece that we just collected. And that is pretty cool. I think that could be really useful if you got good at the game. You could probably really use that mechanic to your advantage. Let's see if I can get moving here a little bit faster. I'm talking too much. I want to get to the end of this level by the timer running out down there. Oh, not good. Alright, so in this game, you see that? Since it's permadeath, they don't kill you instantly for falling in a pit like the old Mega Man games would. Rather, you just lose 1 hit point. So it is still kind of devastating to fall into a pit, especially if you fall into it over and over, because you'll quickly lose life and permanently die. But normally, you know, just making 1 mistake, not too bad. You can probably get the hit point back. Here's an example of the vending machine. So it'll tell us we can trade in 2 nuts for 1 hit point, which I'm going to go ahead and do, because frankly, I want to get as far as I can right now. So we traded in 6 nuts, and we filled our life bar back up. And I assume we're going to be, it looks like maybe a mid-boss. Kerr, Savage Skylar. Oh, okay, so this is the stage boss. Oh, we got 2 minutes to beat this guy. Oh, not good. Oh, man, I'm so bad. Alright, so we gotta move up here. I don't know if these guys have patterns, you know, very similar to like the old Mega Man games where you can learn all the Master Boss's patterns and then, you know, kind of memorize those and really abuse them once you learned everything. Woo! Oh man, I'm gonna lose to the first boss. This is sad. Come on now. Oh, come on, no. No good. Man, I'm terrible, guys. I'm only gonna be able to show you the first level before I bite it. Oh, come on now. Slide under? Perfect. I wonder if the shield can block that stuff. No, it cannot. Don't try that again. Alright, we did it. Alright, cool. So you can see in the bottom left corner, we beat the timer by 1 minute and 19 seconds. I assume that timer is going to get much more stringent as we go through the game. So I think this is the bonus chest right here. We get a couple nuts, a 1 HP power-up, and we get a potato battery, max energy +3. So this is one of those core stats that I was describing a moment ago. You can see right beneath our health bar and our energy bar there. When we grab this, I do believe it'll show a +3 under the lightning bolt, and our energy meter has extended. Well, I guess it doesn't show it there. I guess I was wrong about that. Oh well. Maybe I didn't wait long enough. Maybe it'll show up after the level. No, it's still not showing. Alright, so what do we got here? Ooh, we got... Oh, so this is the speed bonus. Okay. Strong arm band. Basic attacks deal slightly more damage. So we get a 1 attack strength. Okay, so now there you can see the +1. So I guess the lightning bolt is not energy. That must be something completely different. I'm not sure what yet. We'll find out. No, the +3 energy is just represented by our blue bar. So now when you beat a boss, you can see you can take the boss's power, or you can take a pile of nuts. So we would get 10 nuts that we could spend later, or we would get an item. You can only pick one or the other. We get the battery for another 3 energy, 10 nuts, or the boss's ability, which this boss drops the Quint Laser, which is very obviously reminiscent of old Mega Man games. Since I don't know what the heck I'm doing, I'm just going to take the Quint Laser for now. The bullet is enormous. There is no escaping. So you can see up in the top left, we now have the ability on our Y button, and there it is. That's pretty cool. We got two scientist guys up there. I wonder if they're supposed to kind of jokingly represent Dr. Light and Dr. Wily from back in the day. Oh, we get 3 soul chips. Spend these at the HQ after you die. Okay, so we can save and quit. That's a new feature. Previously, you couldn't quit out. You run until you die, and that's that. So now I think they have the quit out option where you can save and quit and come back later and pick up where your run was left off. So that's very cool, so you don't have to do it all in one shot. Now, this is what I was saying, randomization plus a choice. At the end of each zone, you get to pick out of randomly selected remaining bosses. So I think there's like 8 master bosses or master robots, just like in the old Mega Man games. And you have to beat them all, you have to go through all 8 stages, but it'll randomly pick 3 of the remaining bosses when you get to the end of a level, and you get to pick which of those 3 you would like to tackle next. Each boss has a unique biome or stage, and then obviously you'll fight the boss at the end. Sometimes there's a mid-boss halfway through their levels. I have no idea which abilities. I assume the boss abilities are weaknesses against the other bosses. Pretty sure I saw that earlier in the early access. But I don't think you can. I don't think you necessarily get one of these 3 bosses would have the weakness from the weapon that we just got on the Y button here, the Quint Laser. You know, not necessarily any of these bosses would be weak to the Quint Laser, I believe. So it's kind of a gamble. You never really know what you're going to get. I don't think I've seen this boss yet. Astral Twins. Okay, so I have seen them in early access. They changed them. They look completely different now. So let's take a look at that. Grab a sip of the beverage here. Alright. So this is the biome level for the twins, whatever their name that boss was. You can see it's kind of a jungle theme. Pretty cool looking. Restores energy. Oh, okay, I remember those guys. These guys, when you get close, they attack you, so you gotta kind of feint in real quick. Ooh, 3 health. That's huge. That's great. And enemies can drop stuff, so you want to try and kill everything. All right, one note, we don't need energy. So your weapon energy, just like the old Mega Man games, if you want to use bosses' abilities, that's going to drain your energy bar, and you must fill it back up. Spikes don't instantly kill you, pits don't instantly kill you, magma, lava, acid, none of that stuff instantly kills you. Let's trade one. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't make it. Come on now. Do I really even need to go up here? Do I really care? Oh, come on. Whew. Alright, forget it. Not good enough to get up there, apparently. Looks really easy, but apparently that bad, so... Alright, well, we found the Glory Zone again. That's cool. So I think the Glory Zones tend to pretty much always give you the armor upgrades. You know, like the Dr. Light capsules did for Mega Man X in the old X series. Oops. Alright, 2 for 2 on the Glory Zones. Oh, see, so now we get a different chess piece. So now we gotta kind of choose. Do we want the chess piece? This was the Oxjack's Guile. This will grant a shield while dashing. Or we can go with Owlhawk's Reign. Power kills, might restore health. That kind of seems more useful to me. So we'll try that out for now. And like the look of the other armor better. I don't know how this one kind of looks a little weird, but I think getting health back could be really useful, especially since this is a roguelike after all, and health is everything or your run ends. Woo, soul chip. Nice. Data lore received. Pause to view. What is data lore? Oh, wow, I've never even seen this menu before. Look at this. They've got a whole data lore section now. This is really cool. So as you beat enemies, apparently you can get little tidbits of information about them. That's really cool. Oh yeah, so as you can see, I do remember seeing a list of the Augs before. This was in here, but the data on the armor pieces, which there's obviously quite a few sets of armor, I would imagine with 4, 4, 4, 16, so probably 4 sets of 4 pieces. That's really cool. Repros, don't even know what that is. They look like items. Prototype Augs, don't even know what those are. That helmet up there sure looks like Mega Man, though. Nina's weapons. Okay, so yeah, each character can also get different busters for Nina, or in the case of Ace, Oh, I was calling him Axel this whole time. His name's Ace. Sorry, guys. Big mistake on my part there. Axel's that other character from the late Mega Man X games, that really weird one with the gun. So yeah, sorry guys, my bad. This character's name is Ace, not Axel. You guys can chew me out in the comments later for screwing that one up. Alright, pretty cool. I gotta say, guys, I'm really enjoying this game. This is really cool. I'll definitely try to edit this down in this video later because, you know, I've been rambling forever and taking my sweet old time with this, so we're probably getting kind of lengthy in the video here already. And I don't know if you guys really want to watch every second of me rambling. So I may edit this down and kind of piece it together and try to show off some of the cooler stuff inside the video. So, alright, what do we get here? Oh, alright, so here we go. This is a new weapon shot. So you can keep your original, you can switch them back and forth. You can only use one at a time. So we're going to go with this. This is like a nice little tri-spread shot. I think it does a little less damage than the basic Buster, but obviously covers a lot more distance. And you can fire, you know, above and below you at the same time, which is pretty useful. I think it's probably worth trading off the damage. I really love these doors. These are so classic Mega Man, you know, where the game pauses and kind of scoots your character through in whatever animation they were in. Always like trying to get the character in a cool pose as they float through. Alright, so we're here. We're at the boss. We got a minute 11 to try and take him out. I really like these little cutscenes here to show off the boss. Oh, they get 2 life bars? That's not fair. What is that cheapness? Why do they get 2 life bars? There's 2 of them? I don't know about that. Oh, boy. Starting to think maybe I should have kept that shield dash. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No, got hit on that one. Oh, man, I gotta move. Oh, so there's a magnet ceiling. Wow. Okay. I keep dashing off of it. That doesn't look good. Okay, so they go through astral portals. Alright, I get the name now. Oh, boy. Alright, so it looks like their shots kind of fade out over a distance, so maybe keeping a little distance from these guys is the best approach. They got shields, too, it looks like. These little red platforms, they block your shots. As you can see there, they're kind of stuffing my shots as I shoot them out. They also fall after you step on them, and they will damage you if you touch the underneath of them while they're falling, which is a little rough. Oh, no, man, we got 1 hit. I am so going to lose on these guys. Come on. Just spam it. Spam it and hope for the best. 5 seconds on the timer. Can they do it? Yes! We made it. Woo! Gotta say that was cutting it close. On the life bar and the bonus timer in the bottom left corner, we had 2 seconds left. Alright. Nice. Reclaim Spark. Powers deal slightly more damage. That's great. Let's definitely take that. So we get 1 max energy, 1 max strength. Pretty useful. Boy, we are in rare form here. So I completely forgot to use the boss weapon that I got from the last boss, the Quint Laser. I didn't even try it on these guys. I don't know if it was a weakness or not. We can pick up another one. You can only carry so many boss weapons. If you notice up here where in the top left corner below my regular weapon, we've got the Quint Laser on the Y button. If I was to pick this power up, it would go in the next slot. It'd be like the L trigger or the B button or whatever. And you can only carry 3 of them, as far as I know. So when you go through the rest of these bosses, you got to drop the boss weapons to pick up more boss weapons. Or, obviously, you can choose the Nutsack or the Reclaim Spark or whatever augment they give you randomly. Powers deal slightly more damage. I haven't really been using the powers so far. Well, look at that. We get a Reclaim Spark from our bonus anyways. Let's get our Soul Chips. And considering that I'm so close to death, I kind of think I should take the nuts and hope that we get a health bar vending machine that we can trade some of these in for some health. Okay, so you can see, again, I'm pretty sure it chose randomly 3 bosses out of the remaining pool. So we've got the same Shatter Break Frost Store Penguin guy. He was available last time. Vile Visage Frost Store. You know what? I think the biome may not actually be related to the boss. I think the biome is what you're seeing in the parentheses underneath the boss's name. To the top is Vile Visage, that's the boss. Frostor, I believe, is the biome level type that you're going to have to go through to get to him. So I guess bosses are not linked to their biome type like I originally thought. Let's see, so Vacuum Lab. I think Vacuum Lab might have been what we were just in with the forest style. I didn't pay attention when I chose last time. Let's go with the Penguin, because Penguin bosses in Mega Man games traditionally are not too difficult. And they probably knew that and made this guy ridiculously hard just to be dicks. Oh, we gotta get that. That's worth getting hit once. I will gladly trade 1 hit point to get 2 extra hit points. Oh, and there's the vending machine. Look at that. So, I think my gamble is gonna pay off here, because we can totally get our life back. Oh, but there's a thing underneath it. That is evil. Oh no, I'm gonna kill myself trying to do this. That is evil. That's Scott Pilgrim evil. Oh man, that did not work at all. Oh, that's evil. Oh, no, no, no. What is that machine? I don't even know. Man, that did not work out. So see, the gambling in this game does not always go to your favor, because they will taunt you with a health machine and then screw you as you try to collect out of it. It's evil. That's the best way I can describe it. Brutal, evil, roguelike to the extreme. So this is reminiscent of, I think, Storm Owl, or maybe one of the other. I think Mega Man X4 had these type of things in the Storm Owl type level. When you come out of here, this thing is going to target you. And when it fills up, you get shot. So you either have to go back into this circle to hide from the shot, or you got to blow the guy up in the meanwhile. One or the other. Oh god. He's going to shoot me. That was close. Alright, so let's see. There we go. Alright, so armor. Armor is just like life. You can see up there on my health bar, I now have 2 gray bars to the right of the green. Armor fills up over your green slots, or in front of them if you don't have that much health like I do right now. And armor is basically health, but you take that damage before the health. So right now we've got 2 free hits of armor, and then we'll start taking health damage again, if I'm correct. Oh, come on with that shit. Yeah, see, so I got hit there twice, and I lost both armor already. That's not good. And you notice in the bottom left, I think the timers are getting tighter for the bonuses on the level. Ooh, health. Perfect. Oh, man, come on. Spamming me. Come on. Spam it. I don't know if you guys can hear the furious spamming on my controller. If you can, and it's annoying, I apologize. That's the nature of this game. Glory is fleeting. We did not do it in the timer. That is disappointing. So you can tell the difficulty is obviously ramping up on us here. The timers for both the missions in the levels and the glory zones are both getting much tighter. So you obviously got to keep getting better, or your bonuses are gonna fall short quickly. It's counterproductive. You know, you either kind of, oh, no good, losing health. You kind of either, you know, go for the extra items that are hidden around the level. You know, do a little exploration. Maybe you find some cool stuff that'll help you out in the long run. Or you kind of push for it, you know, and go as fast as you can. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, that was so close. So, I mean, that's, again, the gamble trade-off. I think they did a really good job with that. There's a lot of things in this game that kind of counteract each other and make you make decisions. Do you want to go fast and go for all the bonuses? Do you want to take your time and kind of explore and hope you find good power-ups that way? It's just really, really good. It feels good. The controls are super tight. You know, everything is just very smooth. I really can't stress that enough. Ooh, this is good. Alright, so this time we're not being stabbed in the butt while we try to buy our stuff, so that's cool. Scrap recycling, what is this? I think this allows us, yes, we can purchase upgrades, so we get another opportunity here for this. And we can buy armor upgrades, it looks like. Armored Torch Dome. And you can notice the timer did pause while we were in this room in the bottom left corner, so that's really cool. I don't really want that. Core head. Health pickups might grant armor. That sounds really useful. Let's go for that. I think that's worth it. What do these boots do? 4-way dash in midair. Wow. That sounds pretty useful, too. They got a lot of really cool ideas in this game. I really am impressed with what they've done. Shatterbeak. Icy Avenger. Alright, Penguin guy. Oh, you know what? I bet you the Flame Shield from the last boss, you know, fire over ice, that would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Alright, hey, that actually worked. That seems to be his weakness. Look at that. He is kicking my butt, but I think that's it. Oh yeah, look at that. And we beat it with an achievement. Oh yeah. Well, that makes me feel pretty awesome. A little stroke of the ego. If you guys have played Darkest Dungeon, I'm a big fan of the narrator in that game. Every time you think you did something good, he reminds you that they'll crush you later. I think one of my favorite sayings was the confidence is a slow and insidious killer. Every time you get a little confidence, it'll come through and smack you back down. Alright, so I think the Shatterbeak is weak against the Quint Laser. Maybe it wasn't the Flame Shield. What do we got here? Splinter Frost. Launch a jagged ice shard that fans out on contact. So I think that's an ice ball that when it hits the wall, it kind of ricochets into little ice shards. We got 10 Nutsack as usual. And the Potato Batteries, the random selection this time, which I'm not a huge fan of. Plus, we just got a huge energy boost up there, so I don't really think we need that. Alright. Beautiful. That is cool, man. We are doing pretty awesome. I actually didn't know this would go that well. I thought we would get rocks. So let's take this. The Nutsack is always a good option, because if you have some really large amounts of nuts, as you saw in that bonus area, the recycling area that I went to in the last area, you can actually buy some of these armor upgrades, other than getting them out of the Glory Zone. And they're expensive, but they can be huge boons to the rest of your run. Alright, so we've got the Quint Laser, we've got the Frost Splinter, whatever it's called. What do they call this? The Splinter Frost. And that is on the left bumper. So I wonder who that's weak against. Let's see, we got Rollster. That'll go through the Agnes Sort zone. The Vacuum Lab again. And the Froster. So maybe they are tied to their level. Maybe some guys just share the same biome. Because it seems like both of these, the Death Lotus and the Vile Visage, have been shown with the Frost Store and the Vacuum Lab, respectively, both times. So I wonder if maybe guys share biomes. I thought there was a biome for each boss, so maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Let's try the Rollster, because I don't recognize the Agnes Sort biome that he's in. That might be something new they've added. The music in this game is great, too. If you're a fan of, you know, chiptune-y, 18-bit, 16-bit, synthwave, retro-styled music, electronica, you know, Mega Man music, essentially. These guys really did a great job. I can't remember the guy's name that did the soundtrack for this, but really did an awesome job. Really brings home that old-school, classic platformer Mega Man feel. Forgive me if I stop talking during intense moments. Can't walk and chew gum at the same time, or whatever that saying is. Can't kill everything and talk at the same time. Alright, beautiful. Ooh, see, and the nuts I think are getting more expensive on these vending machines. That one costs 3 for 1 hit point. But that was a nice little top off. So I'm not gonna go back for that crate. Let's try and stay ahead of the timer here. Always go for the Glory Zone. They can get tough, and they can rock your life bar, but if you got the life, I think it's worth the gamble. If you can pull it off, you can really get some good items. Like, I'll gladly trade a hit point or two to get a badass piece of armor. So, see, we did that one really good. Oh, nice. Leg upgrade, that's perfect. Core legs. We have 2-second hover. Tap jump while in midair again to cancel. So look at that. That's going to be wicked. So we can't air dash. I think there's a different set of legs that let you do the air dash. But we can hover. So that's really awesome. That's going to save our butts. And look, we can even get our hit point back. Oh, does that give armor? Oh, I wonder if that's that helmet. I wonder if that always works. If you're maxed out and you go for the health, if it just gives you armor instead because you're maxed out on health. Or I wonder if that's the helmet upgrade that we picked up here. It said that there was always a chance on health pickup to get armor. I think it was health pickup, wasn't it? Health pickups might grant armor, so that could be the helmet that's causing that to happen. Oh, does it happen every time? No, it says might grant armor, so seems like sometimes you may not get the armor. So I'm not sure if that vending machine, why that was working, but we'll find out later, I guess. Alright, let's see what's in this box. Great. Oh, see, we got the armor there, too. That helmet seems really useful. Getting the armor is big. It's essentially getting double health pickup when it happens. Procs. Fill our energy back up. This spread shot is really working out well, too, for these levels. I feel like it's giving me some good coverage here. Allowing me to stay out of harm's way while I kill stuff. Let's check the crate. Oh, I got hit by that little bee! Screw you, little bee! Well, that was worth it. That's a lot of nuts. I'll trade him the hit for that. Alright, we got the boss already? These levels are a little shorter than I remember. Let's see if it works this time. See, we did not get the armor on that one. So it seems to be a high percentage. It seems to proc pretty often, but it may not proc all the time. Hey, grab a sip of my beverage here. Alright. See if we can do against this guy. So we got the first ability on the Y button, our second boss ability on the L bumper. Rollster. Alright, see what you got, buddy. Does that do... that's pretty respectable damage. Let's see if... what's this other ability? Okay, that's the Ice Shard. That did a lot of damage too, so... let's let him have it, man. Oh, crap. That reminds me of the Mighty Armadillo boss in the first Mega Man X game on Super Nintendo. Holy crap, he's not done! He splits. That was unexpected. He seemed a little easy, so that kind of makes sense. Didn't expect that necessarily. That's new. I have fought this boss in the early access before. He did not do that previously. So that's kind of a new twist they've added in here. I knew they did a lot of work on the changing of the boss patterns and adding new abilities to the bosses. So again, we beat the bonus timer. We've got a max health extender, so we get one more health bar up there. It's kind of like picking up a heart tank back in the old Mega Man X series. But, as far as I know, there's no limit. You know, in Mega Man X, there were always, 8 heart tanks, 1 per level, and that was your max life bar. This game, hey, if you can keep finding them, you keep piling them up. Every run's going to be different. So this boss's ability is the Boomerang Blade. We can throw a Boomerang Blade that'll shoot out a short distance and come back, and you can do it in the, 8-directional full circle. We can go for the Nutsack. We've already got 36 nuts, though, so not too bad. I'm not sure what that coin is down there. We got a coin in this bottom left down here above my nut count. I have no idea what that is. I think that might be for one of the vending machines back in the hub. Powers deal slightly more damage. Oh, hey. We're getting it anyways. Take our soul chips. Man, we're rocking the soul chips on this run, too. Let's go for it. So let's put it on the L trigger. So we got the Boomerang Blade, we've got the Quint Laser, and we've got the Ice Shard. I keep forgetting what that's called. Splinter Frost. Splinter Frost. See if I can remember that. Okay, so Agnesort. So this is going to be the same biome if we go for the Perforator. This guy's got, like, machine guns. He's basically a giant machine gun. Vile Visage. He kind of reminds me of the Sigma boss from multiple Mega Man X games, where you got like the big head that comes out, the big Sigma head that comes out and tries to eat you at the end of the game and shoot lasers at you and stuff. Eternal Star. He's like a vampire thing. Let's go for this. Ooh, achievement unlocked. Payday. They added achievements, full, Steamworks. You got the Steam Cloud, Steam Achievements. Like I said, you can do full online multiplayer co-op. I really can't preach this game enough. I'm really, really impressed. And for the price, I think it's, $15 now that it's out of early access. They might even have a sale going on because it just came out. And during the early access, there's only $10, which I kind of almost feel like I'm robbing them by not paying more for it. They did release the soundtrack, too, for just a couple bucks. They did soundtrack at, $3-4. So I think I'm probably going to end up picking up the soundtrack, too, just to kind of try and support these guys a little bit further, because I just really love what they've done here. And I kind of hope this can become like a little indie franchise where maybe they'll keep this going. The development cycle seemed like it was hell. You know, like I said, this game got conceived about 4 years ago, and obviously took a long time to actually come to fruition. But you know, hopefully it's something that maybe we can get more of in the future. You know? Ooh, all right, that's kicking my ass. Let's time this. Go. All right. I'm just gonna get rocked on it again here, and go. All right. I went too soon. God damn it. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Come on now. Kill the little guy and go. Nice. I can feel the difficulty ramping up. This is getting really tight on the timing. I'm wasting a lot of time here. I'm wasting a lot of health. Our run could end at any moment here. Let's see if we can goad this guy up here. Forget him, he's not coming up. I guess he can't go through the platform. I gotta use this. I gotta remember to use my hover ability more. I gotta start abusing that. Really gotta take advantage of your skills as these levels go on. You know, whatever you may get for that level. Really gotta take advantage of, or for that run, I mean, excuse me. See, yeah, see? Use it to get over that. Let's pop out some health. Now these vending machines are limited. I didn't get any armor bonuses on those pickups. I wonder if the armor bonus only occurs when you're at max health. It doesn't say that, but I'm kind of wondering. Oh, come on, can I get up here? God damn it. I have to do it this way. There we go. Use that hover. Nice. Running out of time in the bottom left there for the stage. Let's see if we can kind of pick up the pace here a little. Oh, that was close. Hey, hey. Oh, man, that's long reach. Oh, nice. No! Oh, no. I'm gonna have to take a hit there. That's alright. Time it right. Time it right. Oh, there's a big one up there, too, though. I wonder if we can get some armor out of that. Oh, come on. Come on, now. Oh, yes, it went under me. We got some armor, too. That's beautiful. Can I hit this guy? Come on. Come on, cheap it. Cheap it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Cheap that shit. Alright. Gotta game the system. Anytime you can game the system, game it. It'll game you right back. Alright, so here's one of these token. Oh, so this is the token that we have in the bottom left. Do we go for it? Let's go for it. Fuck it. Hey! Look at that. Bolt dash activate. Complete dashes more quickly. I don't even know what that means. I like the helmet that we already have, though. I think this health armor pickup is a big deal. So I think I'm going to have to pass this one up. Bolt dash activate. Yeah, we're going to have to pass that one up. Scrap recycle. Let's go in here. Alright, so what can we pick up? Ooh, another helmet. Charging up boosts your next attack, 2. Damage is huge, but being the fact that it's a roguelike, I think I'm going to just go for the health stacking in this run. Powers deal slightly more damage. Max health +1. You can never go wrong with max health. Alright, well, we're low on nuts. We can't afford anything else, so let's get out of here. Got a minute 20, see if we can take down this boss. Minute 18, 17. It's still ticking! Eternal Star, Herald of Hope. Hope? This guy doesn't look very hopeful. I don't think this is the kind of guy that I would want to put my hope in, you know? Alright, so there's the, that's the boomerang blade that we got off the last boss. That did not do a lot of damage. The ice does an okay amount of damage on him. I only got 3 more shots with my abilities. Let's try... What is my original ability? I don't even remember anymore. Wide Bone. There it is. That did a good amount of damage. Let's try to hit him with 2 more of those. Oh my god, these bats! What the hell? I need to be spamming more. Oh man, this guy's kicking my ass. Oh, come on. Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. That's it, guys. This is it. Oh my god, he had like 2 hits left. I should have just spammed him. God damn it. I should have just spammed him. I shouldn't have even tried to get away there. I didn't realize how low his life bar was. Well, shit. It's okay. Gives me an excuse to show you what we can do at the hub now. Wow, our runtime actually went that wrong. So, I mean, this is a super long video anyways. Fuck it. So we've got 32 minutes was our runtime. We found 23 soul chips, which sounds great to me. We had 10 nuts. We killed 281 enemies. We made it to level 5. I think that's fairly respectable for a first run. All you pros out there can laugh at that, but hey, I'm pretty happy with myself. Damage dealt, we did 10,251 damage. Damage taken, 67. Sounds pretty good. Parting thoughts. I know we're supposed to be improving it, but it's so fun watching it stumble around and die. Department of Snuff Runs. I don't get that reference. That may be a joke. I just noticed right before I pushed the button there was a seed in the bottom left. I think that's a code where you can type in, as I mentioned earlier, and take a screenshot. It's kind of cool art. Oh man, they blew us up. Are you kidding me? Wow, brutal. Brutal. So I think we were supposedly supposed to get paid, and these jerk scientists just blew us to hell instead. Pressed an explosion button on us. What a bunch of jackasses. So yeah, now that we're back here, I think if I had written down that seed code on the ending screen there, I think that might be what the, where is it at here? The seed generator or whatever it is? This thing. No, that's the tokens. Oh boy, let's see. Where'd it go? Multiplayer. I don't even remember where the machine was now. Isn't there a seed generator somewhere? What the heck? Oh, it is this one. My bad. So, set the game's random seed. Yes. Wait, what is this? Generate seed. So you can set in skulls. Seed entry. Is there a way to... I don't even know what I just did. I did something, guys. The game's freaking out. Damn it. I don't even know what I just did, guys. Oh! You know what? I think I... Am I in the keyboard here? Yes, okay. Alright, so basically that is correct. So if you had written down the seed on the final results screen after we die, I believe, and I may be wrong, but I believe you can type in the seed here with your keyboard and then hit play. And I think that means it would put you right back in the exact same generated playthrough that you had on your last run. So you'd be in the same order, the same boss generation, you know, and that kind of stuff. All the procedural generation stuff would be the same, I believe. Could be wrong. I'll have to play around with that later. Maybe we'll do that in another video. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of stuff to spend. We've got... I thought we had 10 nuts. Did we lose off our nuts? Maybe you just use soul chips instead? So you unlock these so they can spawn in future runs. You also get them free for the first time that you purchase them. So whatever we buy here will then be available on our character for the next run. Only that time, though. That first time that you purchase it. Then your next run, you know, you can buy some more stuff, but you won't have the stuff that you had the first time. Now, these are permanent upgrades, so you always starting HP permanently becomes 10 instead of, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like that's really worth it. You get 2 extra hit points permanently. That's kind of a big deal. Creates Dally, who'll visit you with a boost in level 2. I think that's like a Flip-Top Eddie reference. I assume maybe he'll float in like Eddie used to in the old Mega Man games and drop you a health or an energy booster. Energy up 1. Starting energy permanently becomes 10 instead of 8. These are next run items. These, you can use them, it looks like, on every game mode. Excuse me. But you can only use them one time. So these are probably things you would take with you, I would think, on your harder challenge rushes, or I don't think you can use these on the daily or the weekly challenges. I'm pretty sure that's all disabled. But for you, if you're going to run like the Defiant mode with the Skull Mutators to make it more difficult, these would probably be a good option to boost yourself for one run. Otherwise, you know, I think maybe once you've unlocked this other stuff and you don't really have anything else to spend your nuts on, then obviously just wasting them on upgrades for your next run would be a good idea instead. So let's see what we've got to spend. We've got 23 soul chips. I assume that must be what the nuts are here, because I don't see my nuts listed anywhere anymore. Let's see if we can buy something. So we got Mix Match Mastery, cores from different sets boost stats. So I think that's the armor upgrades that we were getting in our last run. I think if you complete a whole set, or if you have 2 or more pieces from the same set, you get stat bonuses, you know, like your passive armor stats, kind of like World of Warcraft and your MMOs, RPGs when you have a matching gear set. Force Metal Shell, boost health and attack damage, cost speed. So it seems like it's going to make us a Hulk, kind of slow us down, but give us more health and attack damage. Powers deal more damage. So I think we should go for the permanent upgrades. Let's go with this. Yeah, okay, so it says nuts here, or the symbol looks like it's a nut symbol, but that's clearly the soul chip symbol. So the soul chips that you get in the level are what you bring back here, and that's what you spend here, not the nuts. I was wrong about that. The nuts are specifically only spent in your run, so there's no reason to save those. You want to spend those in your run and get the soul chips to bring back here. So let's go with more energy. Why not? We've got a bunch of chips. Let's spend them on the permanent upgrades, and then we'll get Dally. So I don't know how many permanent upgrades are in the game. It looks like maybe not too many. Maybe you just fill up this machine with a few of them, and then we can turn these on or off. So on our next run, we will start with a bit more health, a bit more energy, and Dally. I assume there can't be too many permanent upgrades, because that would obviously scale up pretty quickly and kind of take down the difficulty of the game. I'm already a little surprised at the permanent upgrades. I don't remember those from early access. I thought it was pretty much only these unlockables that would change your runs and give you the one-time boost for purchasing them. I think permanent upgrades are something that's been added since I last played, because obviously, you know, the difficulty on the game itself doesn't really go up unless you put it on the Defiant difficulty. So the more of these upgrades you got, the easier the game's going to be getting on you, and you'll extend deeper in your runs, obviously. So we can trade in 2 soul chips and get a token. I don't know... Is there a vending machine in here for the tokens? I don't think so. I think... Maybe that just means you get the token with you on the next run. So if you come across a vending machine, you can use the token. Yeah, that must be. Alright, so I think we're about to wrap it up here, guys. This was the first look, first impressions. Like I said, really can't praise this game enough. I absolutely love it. I think it's an outstanding game, really great value for the money. Really, honestly, I grew up with the Mega Man games when I was a little kid, all the way back in the late 80s, early 90s on Nintendo, all the way through Super Nintendo, Saturn, PlayStation 1, even the bad iterations that came later, and how bad Capcom has disgraced the Mega Man series over the last 10 years. I didn't play Mighty No. 9. As excited as I was after the whole snafu that happened, I never got it. So I haven't tried that one. But with Mighty No. 9 aside, which I think you guys will probably agree from what I've seen, not a very great Mega Man type game. This is honestly probably the best Mega Man game I have played in a really long time. Best Mega Man style game, obviously. They can't call it Mega Man for copyright reasons, but this is by far the best one I've played in a very long time. I would argue possibly since all the way back to Mega Man X4, which is probably my favorite ever, but you know, there were some other good games here and there in the series, but I think it kind of hit the pinnacle with X4, and everything's been downhill ever since. So canon aside, some of those games were great for playing the canon and the story if you're a fan of all the characters and wanted to see what happens. There's some really great canon in there. Mega Man Zero, you know, let me not omit the Mega Man Zero series on Game Boy Advance. That was also a great series. So this is probably one of the better games I've played since then. There are a couple things in there I never played. I didn't play the Mega Man ZX or whatever it was that came after the Zero series. Not a big... knowledgeable person in the Battle Network series. I never got a chance to really play those. But core Mega Man experience, this is right up there with the Mega Man Zero series and the glory days of Mega Man X. If you're a fan of that stuff, and you think $15 is worth it for that kind of experience again, I think this is great. If I really had to knock the game at this point, I haven't gotten a chance to try the netcode yet. The netcode was a little shoddy in early access, but from what I've read, they've really improved that, and it's solid now. So we'll probably do a video on that next. This one's already getting way too long. I'll dive into the netcode, and we'll see how that works out in the co-op mode. But if I really had to knock something on here, I think it would just kind of be, like I was just saying, about the canon and the characters and the story. You know, everybody out there is pretty much a Mega Man fan, is usually pretty big into the lore and the story behind those characters. I think they created a really great universe with the Mega Man universe and characters. I haven't really seen that in this game yet. I love the intro that we saw, you know, the opening scene with the building coming up in the year 20XX is very reminiscent of the actual Mega Man series and story. But the fact that it's procedurally generated and has, you know, the roguelike elements to it, I feel like it's kind of hard to build a more in-depth story around that. And I haven't played enough, so don't take that as my final verdict on that, on the story aspect. But I would have loved to see maybe some more story and maybe some more handcrafted touch to the levels. Being that they are procedurally generated, you kind of lose a little bit of that handcrafted love. You know, where you see a section of a stage and you're like, wow, that's really hard, or wow, that's just a really cool idea or gimmick. You know, you kind of lose that with the procedural generation, and that's just the nature of the beast in what you get with procedural generation. Replayability, though, I think there's great replayability here. Really love the whole challenge aspect you can see up here. Really love the leaderboards. And again, for the price, man, these guys just did a bang-up job. This is fantastic. Definitely a great Mega Man X experience. So with that, I'm just going to blow some money here. Let's grab this. Looks awesome. And that. So we've wasted all of our soul chips. We've got some stuff for our next run, and that's where I'm going to end it here. So thanks for watching this, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to do some more videos of this. Definitely going to do some more 20XX stuff. My computer's not the best, so I don't know if I can stream and record this well with the you know, bigger graphical games out there these days. Some of them kind of hurt my system just trying to run them at a high resolution at 60 frames or more. I don't know if I'll be able to do videos on that stuff, but these kind of lower-end indie games, they seem to stream and record really well, so I'll definitely be back with some more 20XX follow-up stuff. And then if you guys want to see me try any other games, I've got a huge Steam library, and I need an excuse to play through that crap. So look me up on Steam. It's Maverick770 without the C in it, M-A-V-E-R-I-K, 770. You can look through my inventory and my games list, and if I got a game on my list you guys want to see, if I can record it and stream it, I will be happy to put up a video for it, show the game off, give you my impression and my feelings about it. And thanks for watching, guys. You can subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I love all of you. Love the feedback. Please give me feedback. If it was the video sucked, my voice is grating, you know, do you want me to do something specific? Does my microphone suck? Give me the feedback. It'll help me improve the feed. Yep, and I can't wait till next time, guys. Thanks a lot again. Take care. This is 20XX. See you guys next time.